If you like to play video games, which I do, and you like to play a lot of them, which I do, then there's a good chance you have a backlog, which I do. If you're in the same boat as me and have a backlog, then you know that they're a bitch. Because on the one hand, you have lots of games to play, which is really nice, but on the other hand, you have way too many games to play. It's a vicious cycle that I could explain, but this video isn't about our, or at least my, irresponsible spending habits. Instead, what this video is a celebration of the backlog. And how am I going to celebrate my backlog? Well, I made a New Year's resolution to play at least one game from it a month and make a video about it. Yes, my New Year's resolution is to play more video games. Welcome to the Backlog Chronicles. So, first game up is an adorable little adventure called Tales of Iron. The title is spelled like the animal appendage because you play as a cute little rat named Reggie. The story sees Reggie rebuild his father's kingdom after he was assassinated by the disgusting Frog Clan. But honestly, I don't want to spend any more time talking about the story because it's pretty run-of-the-mill and you know about where it's going to go from the very beginning. So there's not much to report from the narrative side of things, except for the fact that it is narrated by Doug Cockle, aka Geralt, aka the White Wolf, aka Gary the metrosexual fruitcake, according to this guy. I actually had no idea that he narrated this game because when I found out about this game and watched the trailer, I watched it without any audio. So hearing his sexy, raspy voice was a surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Now, the gameplay, on the other hand, was much more engaging. The combat is Souls-inspired, so you got your dodge rolls, parries, and all of that. While the combat was certainly fun, I didn't have much trouble with it. As I was playing through the game, I realized I was never getting stuck on any one particular part, especially boss fights. I kind of just... Alongside the combat, the game offers everything in bite-sized fashion, so any missions, either of the main or side variety, are over and done with in about 10 to 20 minutes, give or take. Same goes for exploration, nothing takes you too far off the beaten path, and while doing all of this, you'll encounter new enemy types that require some getting used to. And to help with that, there is an array of armors and weapons to unlock and equip. And yeah, that's basically the loop of this game. Pick up some missions, find some new enemies, new areas, new equipment, progress the story, and then you're done in about 10 hours. But that's not really a fair rundown of Tales of Iron, because I haven't touched on what this game's keystone is. I picked the word keystone deliberately, because this game's art style and art direction is what brings the whole package together. And for me personally, if this game didn't look the way it did, then I don't know if I would have ever picked it up in the first place. About halfway through my time with this game is when it really hit just how essential the art of this game is. So let me try to explain that in about 30 to 40 seconds by talking about puppets. The game is a medieval puppet show. Every artful frame is multi-layered with shifting backdrops and foregrounds. The physics of this world, characters, objects, everything behave as though they're being hoisted by strings. I haven't seen a fucking puppet show in God knows how long, but I bet they're pretty short. This game is pretty short. Continuing on that point, because puppet shows are generally short, that means their stories are abbreviated versions of larger retellings. Tales of Iron is a narrated retelling of a son rebuilding his father's broken kingdom. So the quickened pace of missions and exploration, along with the truncated gameplay systems, all track with what the fuck I've been talking about. Don't you see? The developers are fucking geniuses. Or this wasn't their original vision at all, and it came together in the middle of development or out of budgetary necessities. But in the end, it doesn't matter because regardless of the reasons behind the art styles, inspiration, or manifestation, the game comes together perfectly nonetheless, like one of those Russian doll things that pop out of each other. I don't know what the hell they're called. Basically, whether by accident or not, the developers managed to make everything coalesce in Tales of Iron. Yes, the game might be short because they're not a big developer or because of money, But 1, you don't feel cheated because it is fun to play, and 2, it ultimately makes sense that this game is short and the missions are quick and the gameplay systems are abbreviated, much like the story itself that is being narrated to you. I'm kind of rehashing what the hell I just said. I hope you get what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really appreciated how it all came together in the end. So that's Tales of Iron. If you like Souls combat, or you like rats, or fucking puppets, do yourself a favor and play this game. Till next time.